Hello people, my name is Ferdy, and in this video I will show you how you can create a gloss looking, blurry background looking area in your WordPress website using CSS. I'm going to show you how to apply this using Elementor, using the Divi theme and using the free Blocksy theme. You can also apply this in your header, and I will also show you how you can do that. So let's get started. The first thing I will do, I will go to css.gloss, hit enter, and here we can configure the look we have in mind. So it's really cool. As you see, there's a text, and then over that is this morph looking area, and we can configure it. We can make it lighter or less transparent, more transparent. We can make it more blurry, less blurry. You can change the color. You can also have a dark look, and then we can have an outline. I want to decrease the outline to nothing. I don't want to use that. I want to start with a light area. So white, like this. And if I'm happy with the result, I can copy the CSS to my clipboard. Now I go to Elementor, to one of the elements. I use Elementor Pro over here, but I will show you how we can do this using the free version of Elementor. But first, let's start with the Pro version. So I can grab this area, for instance. I edit the page with Elementor. I scroll down and I go to this container. I want to go to the style and get rid of the background. So I click on the color and I say clear. Then I go to advanced. And here at layout, I say CSS classes. I call this one blurry. Okay, it's called blurry, this container. Now I scroll down to the Customs CSS and I paste this whole area. Then something weird happens. So I say Command Z and then I go again to the container. Advanced. I have this now and then, it's a glitch. I go to Customs CSS, I click on the one or on this area, paste it, and now it's working. Then I say point blurry, opening parentheses, and then here below the closing parentheses. And now if I publish it and I click on the eye, I can see the result. I don't see that well because the background is static, so I will go to YouTube, search for Cape Town footage. Yes, right mouse click, copy the link address. In my opinion, Cape Town is one of the most beautiful places in the world. I go to the container, to the style, and I choose for a video background. I paste the link over here. So there it goes, and now you see the result. So let me click on publish. I scroll down. Look at this. Here it is sharp, but here it is blurry. So there's a difference over here. So now we can adjust this because I don't like the way it's looking right now. I can make the text light, or I go with the dark look. I can do that over here. Make it dark and then play around with these settings and copy it, or I can go directly to the CSS area and play around with that. So I know 3 times 255 is 3 times the color maximum of red, green, and blue. So if I would say 0, 0, and 0, then I know it's black. Then I can play around with the transparency. Right now it's showing 29% of the opacity. So if I would say 1, then it shows everything. If I say 0.50, it shows 50%. So let's say 70. That way you make it darker. And then it looks like that. And then if you want to adjust the radius, the border radius, you go to the border radius, and I like to work with 20 pixels. Then there's the box shadow. You almost do not see it, but you can play around with that. And then the blurriness, right now it's 5.7. If I say 2.7, it becomes less blurry. See, there's not a big difference, but if I would say 22.7, it's really blurry. So with all these settings, you can play around until you're satisfied with whatever you have in mind. And now let me show you how you can apply this to the header. Well, I'm making a tutorial. You need to watch that one if you want to apply what I'm doing over here. If you search for Elementor Pro Header, A new one will be uploaded really soon. If you watch this one, I will show you how to create something like this. Let me show you incognito. If I scroll down, then this header appears, which is a different header than this transparent one. So maybe I want to give this header that same look, the glossy look. Well, let me show you how we can do that. I want to go for a light version. Make it a bit blurry. Like that. I copy this whole area from background on, copy. Then I go to my header in Elementor Pro. So I click on the header. Then I go to the main header sticky. I go to advanced, custom CSS. So over here I have my sticky header in Elementor. So here below, sticky header Elementor, hit enter, and now I paste this. And now if I scroll down, this appears, but it looks weird because I have to go to the style and get rid of the background. Otherwise the background is interfering with our style. So this is what I have in mind. Now you see the background is blurry. The only thing is it has a border radius. I don't want that. So I go to the advanced area, to the CSS code, and I get rid of the border radius. This whole line, select it, get rid of it. Publish. And again, I want to go to the incognito window because then I'm not logged in, and then I see the whole header. So something like this. This is what you can create. And you see here I am blurry. I wonder if these are the right colors, the dark ones. So again, what I also can do, it's my website. I can do whatever I want. I can say, you know what, that color should be dark, dark, and dark. Then I go to the, let me see. I click over here. If you don't see this, Command I, Control I, or you click over here, go to the structure. I go to the image. I replace it with the light logo. I go to the WordPress menu. I go to the style and I change the text to a white text, and then I go to the button and I leave it as it is. So I click on publish, open in an incognito window, and now I like it a lot. Again, play around with the settings. If you prefer to have one of the colors of your website in the background, I go to mine, site settings, global colors. I go for the secondary color, copy it. Then I go to the Glassmorph effect and I paste it. Then let me see, red, green, blue. Okay, I make it a bit darker. And of course, less transparent. Copy this area. I go to my website. Let me see, where was I? Close this. I go to my header, to the main header, advanced, custom CSS. And then I need to replace from this moment on. Paste it, get rid of the border radius. So now I have a dark background in the color of my website. So I open this in an incognito window. I like it. It maintains the style. This is blurry. This is blurry. This is blurry over another blurry area. So that's how you can do that. And then there's also the free version of the Blocksy theme, for instance. Inspect. I need to find the container for the whole width. Maybe this. Command C. Go to the customizer. I need to find the area, the CSS class, where I can apply our effect to. And I'm not a CSS guru, so I'm just playing around, trying things. Background. Hashtag 333. Yes, there it is. So I found it. I copy this area over here. Paste it. I get rid of the border radius. And now it's showing us the background over here through it, and it's blurry. When I hover over here, that doesn't look good. So what I will do, design, transparency. When I hover over it, it should be orange. I want to show you one more example using the Divi builder. So I go to the website divi5.com. I enable the visual builder. I go to the same place as with Elementor. Oh, that's not, it's a different website. So let me go to the column. So I go over here, column 2, background. If I would make it a certain color, it looks like that. Okay, I know we're at the right place. So I go to advanced, and I go to CSID, and I say, or class, and I say blurry. And then here at Customs CSS, I paste the code, and I say dot blurry, opening parentheses, and then here the closing one. Great. And then with other things here at design, spacing, I can increase it. Let's say 20, 20, 20, and 20. Let me add a video background real quick. And there you go. I can see through it, but it's blurry. I exit the visual builder. I scroll down there, you see it. You can see the images are blurry over here. So also in this case, it is working. So that's how you can create the blurry background-ish look in WordPress using Elementor, Divi, and the Blocksy theme. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope you like it. Feel free to subscribe for more upcoming tutorials. And then I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.